The Swarm are coming. Set 25 years after Gears of War 3, the newest entry in this gory series maintains its signature cover-based shooting gameplay with a new and exciting story to boot.
Shit, they're gonna mess up my f***ing tomatoes!
As it's the first to be released on the Xbox One, it looks absolutely gorgeous and allows for more chaos to happen on screen without any hiccups. It has a smooth 60 frames per second multiplayer experience, and it has crossplay with Windows 10 users, so there'll never be a shortage of players.
Not a goddamn word.
Number 9, Battlefield 1. Straying from the usual direction developers are tending to take us these days, DICE has brought us back to the past instead of the future, and you can count on them making a Battlefield game set during World War I chaotic and exciting. A reworked melee combat system makes matches feel a lot more visceral, and the wide and varied maps allow for a multitude of ways to get to your objective. With bullets whizzing past your head, buildings literally crumbling around you, and planes falling out of the sky, you'll think you're really there. Number 8, Overwatch.
30 years ago, the Omnics declared war. The nations of the world had no answer until they called upon a small group of heroes.
It seems like everyone is playing Overwatch these days, or making fan art, and with good reason. Exciting, fast-paced, squad-based teamwork is addictive, especially when you're on a winning streak.
Nerf this!
Having over 20 playable characters with unique abilities means gameplay never really gets stale, and with your stats recorded per hero, it gives you a reason to switch between them. But win or lose, you'll still have a good time. Communication is a must, and when you coordinate with your squad to achieve victory, there's no better feeling. Especially when you win after you've been frozen by Mei a dozen times. I hate you, Mei! Number 7, Sunset Overdrive.
Now keep it there while I tighten this. Don't let go.
I might have to let go.
It's not often you play a game where getting from point A to point B is as fun as what awaits you at your destination, and that's why Sunset Overdrive is a blast to play. It doesn't take itself seriously and boasts a hilarious script. There are a ton of different ways to get around, with a plethora of wacky weapons to kill monsters with. Fluidity and traversal keeps your adrenaline pumping as you blast your way through to your objective. Layered player customization also keeps it fresh, and no two experiences are ever the same.
You tell yourself you're gonna have a good time, you'll have a good time. Am I right? But seriously, those motherfucking OD will tear you apart, be careful.
Number 6, Doom. A shooter without regenerating health and aiming down the sights? It's hard to believe in this day and age, but that's why the latest Doom is so highly acclaimed. This is a welcome return to roots for the franchise that revolutionized the genre back when the original came out. This latest entry is fast-paced, gory, and has a straight-to-the-point story with hordes of grotesque demons straight out of hell to vanquish. You'll get so into it that you'll be begging to go to hell to keep your onslaught going. There's nothing quite like carving through an enemy with a chainsaw while industrial metal blares in the background. Count us in. Number 5, Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief, defend this station.
Yes, sir. I need a weapon.
The Master Chief is pretty much the mascot of the Xbox, and rightly so. Including a remastered Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, and graphical upgrades to the 3rd and 4th games, there's no better way to experience this amazing series. There are over 100 multiplayer maps between them with limitless game modes and map customizations, thanks to Forge. All 4 campaigns are a blast to play, and with the added ODST to the collection, renowned soundtrack, and sound design that creates an immersive atmosphere, this is the definitive Halo experience. However, apparently those online servers are still having issues, which is why it's not higher on our list. Number 4, Dark Souls 3. By now, you probably died enough, but the 3rd entry in this immensely challenging series won't really care. With great challenge comes great reward, and we aren't just talking about new gear. The satisfaction alone from beating a difficult boss will make you jump for joy and praise the sun, until you are killed for letting go of your controller. It may be punishing, but it's incredibly immersive, with environmental storytelling at its finest and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. Its dark world keeps you constantly on edge, and by the end of it, you'll feel like you've really transformed as a player and accomplished something, which is a true testament to the game's design and direction. Go link that fire. Number 3, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Be careful down there, boss.
Tactical espionage action is definitely right at home with Metal Gear Solid 5, the biggest entry into the widely popular franchise. There are literally dozens of ways to accomplish your objectives, with so many varying factors such as time of day, weather, patrol shifts, and whether or not you just want to feel like being a badass today. It's also beautifully directed with amazing performances from all the actors. Each encounter is a puzzle of its own, and although its story is unfortunately not as fleshed out as the previous games, you'll still have a lot to share with others based on your own personal experiences. Number 2, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Probably the most in-depth, layered RPG that's currently out there, The Witcher 3 is a masterpiece in almost every aspect. There's hundreds of hours of content with an enormous map that rewards constant exploration. It's so easy to lose yourself in this world. Every character and every creature has their own story, and what you do has a lasting impact on the narrative and environment.
So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
The plot is engaging, and no two quests are the same. Combat is also as responsive and fluid as you'd expect, and there's so much loot to find. The Witcher 3 is not only one of the greatest RPGs you'll ever experience, but it's arguably one of the best open world games you'll ever play to boot.
Yes, but troll.
Not talking to you, dimwit.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Forza Horizon 3.
Keep left.
An amazing soundtrack, perfect vehicle handling, and a breathtaking location comes together perfectly in this stunning entry into the long-running Forza series. It improves upon its predecessors in almost every way. There's a huge garage, and every car can be heavily customized. The sound design and weather effects are also top-notch. And its open-world Australia locale contains an array of different landscapes to race on.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
There's enough content in this game to satisfy any car enthusiast. And even if you aren't a fan of racing games, we'll guarantee you'll still have a blast with this one. So, do you agree with our list? What's your favorite Xbox One game?
Now that is how you end a game.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That's right, you mother